The following program is for adult audiences only.
The Podcast Playground.
Running on empty with Mr. Windy.
That's very funny. I'm glad to see somebody will actually answer this line. Oh, wait, because I don't know. I heard some drums or guitar, you know. Guess what? Yeah. But we're not drunk. Yeah, not at this time of the day. We got a lot to talk about. A lot of people want to fight over Donald Trump. Can you believe this? They want to fight over Donald Trump. No kidding. I think I found a Democrat up here in Michigan who's one of the ones who scammed. They did it last year. They went through Mansalon and they found out that 550 people who lived here, the voter registration said that all 550 people voted for Joe Biden. They went door to door here and found out that only one or two people voted for Joe Biden. So that bullshit about the machines were stamping Biden when the vote was for Trump. Now I found somebody who must be one of them two people. Yeah, it's called Doug and Bonnie Miller. And Gentry, now you remember back on the Joe Scott show, and this is where I learned this from, when Joe used to get mad at people on the air, and he says, I hope you get cancer. So I picked that line up. I started saying that to people. You know what? Fuck you, man. I hope you get fucking cancer. Well, after seeing what Big Papa went through, what cancer does to people, I swore I would never say that again to anybody. But this guy, Doug, who's attacking Kevin B. Klein because he's a Trump supporter, and this guy, and he weighs 35 pounds, he drives around an oxygen bottle, and he threatens people that he will just stand his ground. He'll just shoot you in the back. He'll shoot you in the back. He says, you get within 6 feet of me, you'll be in a bad place.
Democrats piss me off.
Okay, so you're there. Well, go ahead, Gentry. We got some business to take care of. I didn't even know if you were there. I figured I was talking to myself again.
No, I'm here. What's up, Mr. Windy? I hear you dropped the natty daddies. How you feeling?
Yeah, because you know why? Let me tell you why. This is a true story. When the doctor told me, if you're going to hit that whiskey, there goes a shot of that. You're going to hit that natty, there goes a shot of that. You need 3 shots of water to equal those out.
Why don't you just drink Bud Light?
Yeah, because
Isn't that like water?
Religious. So here's what I did. I have a whiskey in one hand. I have the natty in the other. But then after I hit one and hit the other, I got to set one down and then pick up a water bottle and drink that. I'm like, this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm just trying to have a drink here. You know, I don't mind doing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, but not 1, 2, 3. So, and then the natties, you remember on the show when we were down there when I was drinking them hurricanes, remember I ballooned up to about 355 pounds, looked like a fucking watermelon sitting there.
Oh, yeah, you look like you had the IHOP laying on your chest. A couple of pancake titties. Fat ass, you fucking fat ass.
So I figured what I would do is, you know the old songs, whiskey and water. So now I just drink, I got it right here. I got me a half gallon of whiskey and I got me 2 half gallons of water.
Now here I thought you said you were sober and you weren't drinking. So you're not drinking beer.
No. Listen, when you say you hear you thought, okay, correct yourself. Or at least when you talk to me, know what you're talking about. I'm not drunk right now, so I understand what you're saying and I understand where you're coming from. You never heard me say I quit drinking. I told you that I quit drinking them fucking natty daddies because they were making me fat and they were making me lethargic. And you can't drink beer and whiskey. I always thought you could chase a whiskey shot with beer. They said that's not a good idea. It's 2 different kinds of fucking booze and all. I was like, okay, well, fuck, let me get this figured out. And so now I drink whiskey and I chase it with water. And I drink, and I'm losing weight, thank the Lord. And my buzz is a lot cleaner. Towards the end of the day, I'm not staggering around sloppy, feeling like I'm going to fall down dehydrated because I'm drinking whiskey and then chasing it with a high-powered beer. No, I'm just drinking whiskey now. I chase it with water.
Now, what about eating, like the doctor said?
What?
Eating. You know, the doctor told you should eat.
And I do. And listen, somebody's trying to call in on me. I have no idea who it is, but it don't matter. I'll ignore them. Probably somebody wants to be on the show. But, yes, Gentry, I do eat, man. And listen, I got my spaceship burner. I'm doing grilled tuna and cheese on whole wheat bread with Swiss cheese. And I got my old Shelby Smith snacks over here. Summer sausage with jalapenos and cheddar cheese and crackers for a snack in the middle of the day. So I am eating, and I do eat.
Now, do you only eat once a day like you usually do?
No. I'm snacking now. I snack, like, believe it or not, just to make sure, as you can clearly understand, I'm not slurring any words. You may hear that slur, because I'm having to roll my tongue on my no top.
Now, how much of you not drinking the Natty Daddies is you listening back to your show? You know, when you're really drunk, because if you listen to the last
time I listened to my show, I said I got to do something here. There's no way.
You've gotten out of control on this show. You know.
I get what, and because you know what, and I blame that on you.
Well, me? What did I do?
You. Because you keep trying to schedule the shows at 4:20 in the afternoon. Oh, yeah, smoke pot. Oh, yeah, what have you been doing all day long? Fishing, fighting, fucking, and drinking whiskey and drinking beer and all that shit. And I'm like, well, you're exactly right. That's exactly what I've been doing. And then you say, oh, you're slurring your words. You sound like you've been drinking. I wonder if people know that when I was on the Joe Scott show and you were the producer of that show, you people used to have beer and whiskey ready for me when I got ready. Here, drink this. We think you're funnier when you're drunk.
Well, that's the truth. You are funnier when you're drunk.
No, I'm not.
It's funnier for us. It's not so funny for you.
Okay, well, you already told me before. The advertisers don't like your filthy mouth. Well, if you notice, I don't think I've used the F word one time today. Not one time. I said effing this or effing that or effing that. There are some people that I have an issue with, and we were going to get to them. And it's a bad scene up here. I found a Democrat. I think I found a Democrat. One of the ones who was all about, cheating Trump out of the election and stuff. So, and he's on me. This guy is on me. He's actually threatened me. If I get within 6 feet of him and I say anything about Donald Trump, he said, you're going to find yourself in a bad place.
Don't be rude.
There you go, Doug and Bonnie Miller. He told me, he said, I will not listen to your show. Good. Listen, you're one raggedy-ass little old motherfucker who drags around, and I just said the F word. I don't mean to, but I'm starting to get a little agitated. This guy told me, I won't listen to your show. And he badmouthed Kevin B. Klein, who's the most patriotic American that you will ever know. He wears red, white, and blue. He wears red, white, and blue when he's on stage. He's a rock and roller in Nashville, all over this country. And he wears red, white, and blue. And this guy, Doug and Bonnie Miller, they just hate him. And they're just like, he doesn't show up for the rallies. He's a Trumper, a Trumpy. I forget what all the names he said. And then he tells me, if you say anything good about KBK, Kevin B. Klein, he said, get within 6 feet of me and do that. And I was like, what are you going to do, Doug? You weigh 35 pounds. You drag around an oxygen bottle. Are you going to whip me with your oxygen line? Or are you going to pull a Derringer out of your fucking back pocket and shoot me? You better aim for my back. You better hit me you better shoot me in the back of the head, because you're probably going to piss me off.
Running on Empty with Mr. Windy.
Yeah, he's all over Facebook, man. He's dogging me. He's like, listen, piss on me.
Who is this guy? You know him face to face? You just an internet troll? Who is he?
His name is Doug Miller, and his wife is named Bonnie Miller. And they're real popular at Camp Omelet, and they're real popular on KLT and all that. But people have said over the years that this guy is becoming senile, and as he gets older, if you don't agree with what he agrees with, he will attack you. And sure enough, he must be a Biden fan, because anybody who says anything good about Donald Trump, Doug Miller gets on there and he attacked Nicole. He attacked me. He attacks Dave Burbank. One of the people that wants to call, he wants to be on here and talk about this problem going on here with people up here. Most people up here love Donald Trump. There are some, I guess, who don't. And so Dave Burbank he said, listen, man, I want to be on your show and I want to set the record straight. So he told me if we call, he will answer the phone. And you're saying you can't do it?
Right now we got some cross wires in the studio on the flux capacitor, unfortunately.
So I like how you said that thing on my Facebook page where you're on video and you got these three guys in there and they're all arguing with each other. And it seemed to me like you were struggling to keep that show interesting. And here I am, just one person on the phone, and there's a bunch of stuff going on. I don't need three people. I don't. So I would like to. Some people say, "Listen, I got something to say on your show." I wish I knew Doug and Bonnie's number, man. God damn, if I could get Doug and Bonnie's number, we would call them up right now. But that's an issue over the presidential election that's coming up.
We'll get the phones fixed by next week's show, and you can call.
Man, god damn. And so, all right, so we're not calling Sideshow Nate. We're not calling Dave Burbrain. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so we already talked about I didn't give up the natty daddies. I had to because they're making me fat and they're making me lethargic. If you can understand right now, I am not 4:20 in the afternoon slurring my words. You may hear slur, but that's because I don't have my top teeth in. I have to use my top lip. But that's all well and good.
It's Mother's Day week. You gonna reach out to your mom? She's still around?
She's staying out there to the cemetery in Port Aransas since 1978. That's what my mom.
You ought to tell a story about your mom. For people listening that don't know much about your relationship with your mom, what happened to her?
Okay, well, what caused my mom and dad's divorce in 1978 was my mother was an alcoholic when she was pregnant with her kids. So all of her kids are all alcoholics. My dad is not an alcoholic. So my dad decided to ditch my mother back in 78 because all his kids were turning. I was only 17, but I wasn't even drinking beer then, but my older brothers did. And they were already on their way. So my dad ditched my mother back in 78. She lived up in Corpus Christi, Texas, and she was a bar manager. Yeah, bar manager, perfect for her. She was flying down Leopard Road in Corpus Christi, Texas, and ran into the back of a parked 18-wheeler that just chopped the top of her car right off the bat.
Oh, my God.
So it was a closed coffin funeral. My dad said, we will remember your mother the way she was, not the way she is now. Okay, great. That was 1978. But my mother, because my mother was an alcoholic when she was pregnant with all of her kids, there's 5 of us.
Including you.
Including me. I'm the middle one.
Which explains why you like all that whiskey and water.
My liver was programmed to have an affection for alcohol before I was even born. So I didn't start drinking until after I got out of the military, but I did. Well, I drank a little bit while I was in the military, but I didn't drink like my friends. I was 14 and 15 in high school. I didn't do that. I didn't even smoke cigarettes. But I got out of the military. I was like, I've done this, I've done that. I'll go ahead and start drinking. So I started drinking, and I ain't stopped since, So it'd be about, when was that, 1980, 86 or 87, I started drinking, and I'm still drinking today. But so many people that I'm watching now, maybe they don't drink, maybe they don't smoke, maybe they don't do anything wrong, but they wind up getting tangled up with fentanyl. They wind up getting tangled up with different other heroin or crystal methamphetamine. I certainly don't do any of them. And because I know they'll kill you. Nowadays, today, fentanyl is in everything. So now, just the other day, another friend of mine died, this down here in Florida. Then another one died down there in Oklahoma. Now I hear another one's on his deathbed down there in Florida. And I'm like, man, what's going on? Well, this one here, liver, this one here, fentanyl, this one over here, COPD. Holy cow. And so I'm like, I guess I should sit here and just say, well, you know what? Yep. I am sitting here. Yeah, it goes back trip. I'm sitting here drinking whiskey, and I'm drinking beer, and I'm smoking cigarettes, and I'm smoking pot. And I got good food and all this stuff. And I can't wait to get back down that way because I can't keep on going on doing only this. I need to get down there and cast net shrimp. I need to catch crabs. You know, I could have
Well,
been.
you can catch crabs up there with the women you hang out with.
No, well, yeah, but here's the deal.
Little crotch crickets all over Mr.
Women
Wendy's
up
little winky.
No, I don't hang out with these women up here, man. Listen, I'm bisexual by my fucking self. Do you understand what that means?
Yeah, bisexual. I know what that means. Means you're gay.
No, by my fucking self. Asexual. No.
No. Bisexual means that you like going both ways. You know.
No.
And that's what you like. I'm gonna keep that clip there. You just admitted that you're bisexual. We've been waiting for you to come out, Mr. Wendy.
And you know what?
2024. It's fine. It's fine that you come out.
Hey, by myself. That's it. I have more fun by myself than with anybody.
Do you use your right or left hand for that?
What?
You heard me.
No, I didn't.
I said, do you use your right or your left hand for that?
I'm left-handed.
Okay, so you use your left hand?
Yep, sure do.
Well, by God.
Sure do. And hey, and you know what else? Occasionally, I'll use the other hand and turn it over. That way it feels like somebody else is doing it.
Oh.
Yeah. You never heard of that? Yeah. You're married. You were married. I don't know if you're still married. But anyway, listen, let's not talk about perverted shit like that, Gentry. I'm not drunk. I'm not slurring my words. It's all good. What else is there to talk about? Okay, my grandmother is about to roll over and probably pass away if Ukraine does not win this war. And so it's getting really bad over there, but there are lights at the end of the tunnel. We are now sending them lots more big-time weapons, and I know everybody's getting tired, and the Republicans are saying we got to cut them off, Them Russians have already said that they have every intention of when they get through Ukraine, they're going through somebody else too. And God help them if it's Poland, because Poland, and they sure won't go through Finland. Finland's already whipped their ass before. Russia will not screw with Finland, but they might screw with Poland. And they're going to take Belarus for sure. So that's going to be two countries there, and then they're going to try to go for Poland. So between that and what's going on with Israel and Hamas, this is no baloney. And then you got China over there sitting there saying, we're ready to take Taiwan back. We think the U.S. is just about out of gas, funding Ukraine, funding Israel, giving $250 million a year every year to Germany and different countries. We give money to them every year. Well, that's why Trump wouldn't shake Merkel's hand, well, because she won't pay the money back. So here we are giving everybody money, and we're funding wars and stuff. And well, listen, I'm going to tell you, it's a true story. We're going broke. We are going to go broke, and we're not going to be able to fund. And then World War III is going to start, and we're not going to be able to fend it off. We are not going to be able to fend. Our Navy will. All our nuclear-powered aircraft carriers and submarines and all that, they will. But as far as them Russians and Chinese trying to come through Russia and try to cross over into Alaska and come down through Canada, which is what they will try to do, that's going to be the start of World War III, because everybody is tired of America thinking that it is the straw that stirs the drink on this planet. And they're tired of it. And I can understand them being tired of it, but listen, don't come around here. Just like they told the Emperor of Japan back in World War II, you cannot invade America. Why not? Because there will be a rifle behind every blade of grass. So all the people that say we need to turn in our guns and all that stuff, we need our guns. Everybody needs your guns. You need 2. You need 3. You need your kids to teach your kids how to shoot, because they're coming. They're coming. They're tired of us thinking we run the show. So that's my personal belief. I think World War III, it's on 3 different fronts. It's either going to start in Russia with Ukraine, or it's going to work its way to the Middle East with Israel and Hamas and Iran, or it's going to work its way all the way to the South China Sea, where China's going to attack Taiwan. Somewhere along the way, we've been 50 years. The First World War was in 1917. The second one was 20 years later in 38, 41. Hitler started that shit. Now we've been over 50 years and we have not had a world war. So, and the people are, something's going to happen. And people, I think they're tired of us thinking that we run the show. And we do run the show. We'll show them that we run the show. But it could wind up being, trouble for everybody.
Running on empty with Mr. Windy.
Have you seen the protests at all these college campuses that are getting out of hand?
Yes. Yeah.
Reminds me of 1970 at Kent State.
Yep.
4 down in Ohio.
Yep. Listen, when they did that right there, they even said on that one right there that you don't hear it's a butter bar, a second lieutenant who's in command of those National Guard troops. You don't hear him say, ready, aim, fire, because the video shows that as he picked up his sword and he raised his sword to those men with the rifles, and then he dropped his sword for them to fire. That way he would not be caught. So, yep, we will. There's I don't know how to explain it, but I'm telling you what, there's a war coming. There's too many places. Ukraine is one, Israel is another, and Taiwan is a third one. There's somewhere along the line.
And Mansalona, don't forget about that.
Who?
Mansalona, isn't there a war there?
Well, no, that's just a decrepit old man, weighs 35 pounds, drags around an oxygen bottle, and you know what? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna go ahead and call him out. Doug and Bonnie Miller, they're on Facebook. Gentry, you look at them. Hey, his wife Bonnie, actually got back with me, and because I said that I was going to reconsider wishing cancer on anybody, she said, he's a stage 4 cancer survivor, and it was really bad. And are you really going to be that kind of person to do that?
That's pretty mean, man, what you did.
What?
That's pretty mean, what you did.
I was only emulating Joe Scott. And where's he now? Yeah.
Well, he's dead.
I know he's dead, but that's what he used to tell people. And I know you've heard him before say, I hope you get cancer. It's just a saying to me. But when somebody actually gets it and you see what they go through, it is very mean. I would never wish it on anybody again. And I'm not wishing it on that guy, Doug Miller. There you go, Doug. You talking about all the bullshit you say about Kevin B. Klein and he's unpatriotic and he's a scumbag and all that bullshit, Doug. And now there's people turning on Doug for turning on Kevin B. Klein. So when he says, I won't listen to your show, you think I give a fuck? I got people in Puerto Rico, people in California, Hawaii, Germany, Canada, listen to my fucking show. You think I give a fuck about 135-pounder dragging around an oxygen bottle? He ain't going to listen to my show anymore? Shit. So.
Look at this guy.
Happened. No, somebody's trying to call me again, man. God damn it.
Hey, did you see that Tom Brady? Did you see the Tom Brady roast?
I did not, but go ahead and tell me about it. I don't get to watch a whole lot of TV, Gentry, because I'm out here in the spaceship and there is no TV. And, when I go next door, when
are you going to start living the good life, with TV?
When I get back down that way.
There's no such thing as TV in Michigan? What the fuck?
No, there is TV, but there's no TV out here in the spaceship.
We need to get you a TV. This was on Netflix. You could have watched it on your phone.
When I go next door to the mothership, to visit, they're not into anything like what you and me are talking about. They don't give a damn about Donald Trump. They don't give a damn about Tom Brady.
They had Bill Belichick there, Robert Kraft. They were making fun of him going to the massage parlor. Sports. They are, where I happen to be right now, they are not big fans of sports, baseball, football. They're glad Detroit's winning once in a while now and all that stuff. But they don't watch it on TV. I don't get to watch any of that stuff, and not that I would anyway. So what happened? Belichick was there. Belichick batting out Brady. Oh, yeah, they had a little fun with each other, and then you had Gronk that was out there, and you had Kevin Hart who was roasting, and they were talking about how Tom Brady's wife now is fucking some jiu-jitsu guy. She was going to 8 karate classes a day. Only bruises she was getting on her body was on her ass. They were dogging him for leaving his kids. All kinds of nasty shit. It was a roast, they bad-mouthed him.
Yeah, but I mean, did he take it and did he take it with a smile on his face, or did he want to punch somebody?
Oh, he had a little grin, but every once in a while you could tell he was getting kind of heated. But he agreed to it.
Yeah, right. I agree for you to run me down, but it don't mean I'm going to like it. But you're doing it.
They were talking about deflating balls, and that Edelman was saying something about, I used to deflate his balls and suck the what have you out of them. They were talking nasty shit, man.
Yeah, see, I was invited to go to one of these bump and runs up here, which is a car race where you drive old junk cars and they just race around the track, but they get dirty here, man. And they pit you, they crash into your side, they shove you up on the rocks. They had this one girl that ended up winning the last race I was at. She stayed behind everybody going around. It's a short track.
What are you in a vehicle or on some skates? What is it?
No, they're cars. They're driving cars. They're driving little like Datsun B210s and Toyota Corollas and little cars. They're racing around in small cars, whatever you can afford to destroy, because they're going to crash into you. It's a crash. It's a smash up derby. 5 laps. Whoever makes it to the end lap is the winner. And they crash each other. They throw each other up on the rocks, and they do all this stuff. And I watched this one girl. She stayed behind everybody up here. And she slowly, towards the 4th or 5th lap, she started picking them off. When they catch the corner, she'd go hit them in the quarter panel and throw them up on the rocks. And then catch the next one at the next corner, throw them up on the rocks. And you did it to all of them. And I was with Trucker Paul and Big Papa. I said, you know what? I would not be able to be in a race like this, because I'd be like Jeff Gordon or Tony, whatever his fucking name is, and jump out of your car and smash their car with your helmet and hit them in the head and all that. Because
talking about Tony Stewart.
Tony Stewart, yes. They said you would not be allowed to race here, because if you do that, you will never be allowed to come back here again. I said, well, then I guess I better not even, because I was going to take this van. They win 500.
You can't even get that van to start. What do you mean you're going to race it?
No, I can get the van to start. It just takes 2 people. Yeah, somebody's got to shoot the gas. Hey, you remember the airplanes in the old days where you had to grab the propeller and flip the propeller to start the motor, and then some guy's inside?
Yeah, nowadays you just push a button and cars start. You can even start them from outside the car if you want.
Right. Well, you know what? Dirty motherfucker. Okay, now I'm going to start cussing.
Maybe if you wouldn't have done all that drinking and smoking and making bad decisions, you would, have TV and some of the finer things in life, like a car that starts.
Hey, listen, man, because I'm getting tired of asking you. I'm just asking you for one $17 part. I can't do it on my phone, and there is no part store that I can walk to here. If I want to go to Gaylord, it's 20-something miles away, and no one's going to give me a ride there knowing the part that I need. If you will just go on there and look on Amazon and...
What's it called? I'll look at it right now.
Remote starter button, so that I don't need 2 people to start this truck. I just need a remote starter button. I can clip it up to the starter. I can stand out there with the hood up. I can shoot the gas in the air cleaner, and I'll start the van up. And once it runs for about 30 seconds, then it siphons and it runs itself. It runs. We drove it from North Carolina to here.
I see an Innova 3630 remote starter switch, 1642. Could be here tomorrow. Right. Is that what you need?
Yep. Anything that's got the 2 clips on it and a starter button.
Yeah, it's got the 2 clips and the starter button.
Yep. The 2 clips go on the starter for the hot and the negative, and then the button goes up there by the battery, and then I'll be sitting out there, shoot a shot of gas in there, hit the button, and fire it up. I don't need 2 people.
When was the last time you tried starting this thing? What leads you to believe it's going to start?
The last time we started was the last time I drove it here. Was, let's see, when was that?
That thing ain't going to fucking start, man.
Listen, man, this van, Gentry, they don't salt the roads.
What about the gas is old in it? It's going to be bad.
No. I just put new gas in here a month or 2 ago because I was prepared. We're going to pull it out here and change the fuel pump. So I don't got to, if I change out the fuel pump, I won't need the starter button. But to change out the fuel pump is a big hassle because I just put a half gallon of tank of gas in this thing. So the tank's really heavy on gas. So I need to start it and burn the gas out of it so I can lower the tank and change the fuel pump.
What if you put some of that gas treatment in it, or what do they call that stuff?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't need that. The fuel pump is out. The fuel pump is out. It doesn't need the gas to be improved. The gas is fine. The fuel pump is out. But if you prime, it's not a carburetor anymore. That's back in the 70s. It's a fuel injection system. It goes through the air cleaner. So you shoot some gas in the air cleaner and crank it, then it starts. And if you keep shooting gas, shoot, it keeps running. And then after about 15 seconds, it keeps running because the engine is siphoning gas off of the gas tank. That's how we drove. I know. That's how we drove this. I don't either. Right. So just send me the starter button so I can start it up to where if it winds up being at midnight, 2 or 3 in the morning, anytime, if I decide, you know what, man, I gotta do something here. I'll go out there, fire it up, and hit the road.
You got a driver's license?
No.
Running on empty with Mr. Windy.
Are you wanted by the law still?
No, I'm not wanted by the law. Hell no. I'm not wanted by anybody. No. I'm just saying that,
subpoena.
You know, I need to be able to start this thing up and move it around. You know, that way in case, you know, there's a meteorite coming or something happens or something, I'm like, well, I'm not going to sit right here. I'm going to start this son of a bitch up out here and head to Wetzel Lake. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, Gentry, I need that starter button, man. At least that'll give...
I'm going to need your address. You probably don't want to give it over the air. You could just text me your address just to make sure I got the right place.
Well, it just seems to me like you done sent me so much shit before. It seems like you have it, but I will text it to you.
I just want to make sure, you know.
Yes. I will text you the address. This way, I can start this thing up because I moved this thing here in the summertime to get in the shade, and because it's so hot over there where I was. But in the summer, it was a backlash for here because all the leaves fell off the trees and it snowed all winter long, and I froze my ass off here. So I need to be able to start up and drive around, check the transmission fluid, keep the oil all done, change the oil, and just be sitting here because if we all of a sudden up and decide, well, you know what? Yeah, maybe we should try this or try that. Fuck, you don't think at 2 o'clock in the morning I'll start this son of a bitch up, license plate or not, and head on down the road? Shit. You got me fucked up.
You ain't got no money. Where are you going to go?
What do you mean I got no money?
You ain't got no fucking money. You're running on empty. That's the name of the show. I know you ain't got no money.
But listen, I got my taxes back from both things last month, federal and my North Carolina. I finally got that one back too.
Oh, shit.
So now I've been living off of that money, and in 2 weeks I get my other money. So.
Oh, you're in high cotton, son.
And not only that, but goddamn, after this show, I'll be like, hey, Gentry, bum me some fucking money so I don't got to clean out my fucking account so I can get on the fucking road when I want to. I'm not bullshitting you. I'll stop down there and, oh, fuck, I can't remember the name of the town. Oh, fuck, it's on the way to where you're at, too. Oh, shit, Chaparral? No, it's not Chaparral. It's up there in North Florida. It's on the way. I know a place there. If I had a cooler and a cast net, I could catch 50. I used to catch shrimp 70 pounds, one throw. You had to roll the net up on shore because if you try to drag it, you'll rip the webbing out of the net. I was like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's up there in the panhandle of Florida. Starts with a C. I want to say Chaparral or Challenge. But
this sucks ass.
I know. Okay, so now then, where are we at here?
Oh, yeah!
We're not doing this. We're not doing. I know you're distracting me, and you can't call him. I see. Listen, this is a major fucking bullshit. All these people are calling me right now saying
I could call them and get them on, but then I wouldn't be able to conference you in. Something with a cross on the wires is what the engineer told me, so I got to get there behind the board and do some work.
Yeah, but goddamn, I mean, it ain't gonna do any good to do that, man. Goddamn. I was gonna say, man, call goddamn Dave. You can't call Dave. Fuck.
Gotta have them ribs and pussy too.
You can't call Sideshow. Okay, so let me try. Now I got to go back and think. What I have going on besides this. I feel bad for Ukraine because if we don't.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Huh?
We already talked about that.
I know that. I'm trying. I don't have any notes right here. I don't have any notes. We can't call anybody. I thought we'd be able to. You can't call anybody. And I don't care about that. I mean, it's just like, son of a bitch. Let me think here. What am I doing? Let me look around. Yeah.
Show is better when you were drunk, I think.
What?
You heard me.
What? No, I know. Listen, you talk out of the side of your mouth, man. You think people hear you?
You're crawfishing.
I'm not crawfishing. I don't have any. I thought I called you and I told you research Kevin B. Klein because he's gonna.
He wears red, white, and blue, and the Democrats don't like him. I know my shit. Okay, what else you got?
Wait, what?
What's wrong with your hearing? You dumbass.
Your phone is breaking up.
No, that would be you. I'm not on a phone. You're on a phone.
Well, whatever. Whatever you're talking about is you say 3 words and I don't hear the 4th word. Then you say another word, I don't hear the next word. So I can't understand what the fuck you're saying. It ain't my fucking phone. It's your fucking cross wires where you can't use your fucking phone and all your fucking junk shit there, man. Don't fucking tell me it's my fucking phone. When you talk, every other word is broken up. I can't understand a fucking word you fucking... There goes somebody trying to call me again. You can't call them.
It's called old age, old man. You can't hear shit.
Listen, man, how about... Why don't you just do this? Why don't you fucking... Call a real electrician and have somebody come wire that place right. You know what's going to wind up happening? That place is going to catch on fire for all the gypsies and fucking hippies and hillbillies that you had come and wire that place and dig in your septic and shit. And your fucking jacuzzi's going to overflow. You're going to have salmonella in your jacuzzi. They didn't clean that motherfucker, right? I watched them fucking do it. I'm like, who in the fuck's going to get in that? And who in the fuck's going to be out here? But that was when I was there. I don't care about that. I'm just saying that, you know, you seem to have, you know, enough money to get by on. It seemed like you'd get somebody come in there and wire the phones up right, wire the air conditioning up right. Why you have to threaten a fucking fire every fucking time because you're so, I don't know, what the fuck, you got to pay for your truck? You got to pay for your land in Indiana? Fuck, I don't know. Anyway, so, you still there? Yeah, you're playing this bullshit.
Kiss my ass.
Yeah, move your fucking nose. How about that? I told that to Johnny the garbage can up here. He said, you know what, Mr. Windy? This is live on the air, KLT. He said, you can kiss my ass. I said, you know what, Johnny? You move your fucking nose, and I will kiss your fucking ass. Yeah, that's a true story.
Running on empty with Mr. Windy.
Okay, let's see. Of course, we can't call anybody. We can't, you do these shows. I watch the show. You send it to my Facebook page. You got these 3 guys, a black guy, a brown guy, and a white guy. I'm like, let's see how long this goes on. You got 3 people here now who are all talking to each other. And then you're also talking to all 3 of them. So you have 4 people. And I listened for 15 minutes. I watched it for 15 minutes. I was like, what the fuck am I looking at here? But these 3 fucking guys are fucking just like blah, 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 like doing a talk show. They're doing a fucking talk show. I'm like, I don't have anybody. I thought, well, you know what? I'll do like them 3 guys. I'll come up with a couple of numbers right here. Dave Vervain, he wants to be heard on my show. He'll be listening to this show right now. Edie Barsh in Hawaii, she wants to be on the show. Great. Sideshow, I call him Slideshow Nate Bergmos. He wants to be on the show. Okay, great. But we can't get them on the show because it's fucking crosswire, crosshair, cross some shit, all this gypsy wiring and hillbillies and all the fucking shit. So anyway, that's fine. I'm not drunk, as you can see. I am speaking plainly and clearly. I am not slurring my words. I do have my whiskey right here. Want to hear this? Oh, yeah! Now, I got to chase that with water. Holy shit. That whiskey's hot, man.
Look at this guy.
Hey, that's right. So, shot of whiskey, shot of water. Got a cigarette right over there. Got me a big old bag of pot. Sorry to Nate Bergmos. We wanted to call you. Yeah, crosswire, gypsy wiring at the plantation. Wow. And sorry, Dave Burvain. We wanted to call you. Couldn't do it. Gypsy wiring at the plantation.
What it
The plantation. Yeah. The plantation's got money to burn. They got money to burn. They drive nice trucks. They got a jacuzzi. They eat steak and lobster. They got mango trees in the front yard. They got everything, but they ain't got a fucking, you can't get fuck. They got gypsy wirers. Gypsy wirers.
Come on, man.
What the plantation had. I'm surprised the son of a bitch doesn't look like Ransom Island over there in Rockport, Texas. They goddamn it. What do they call them things in Mongolian? Not Mongolian. What name was down there? Mazatlan, somebody. Yeah, them caves down there. What the fuck? I can't think of it. There's too many cars going by out here. Yeah. Zacatecas or Machu Picchu. Oh, actually, Machu Picchu. I think it's called Machu Picchu. It's what the plantation looks like. Machu Picchu or Machu Picchu. It's some, not Mazatlan. It's a Montezuma, Aztec, them kind of people. And how they did their wiring. They run the wiring around this wall, around that wall, and all that stuff. Same way there, up the wall. Knock a hole in the wall with a hammer, run the wire, put an air conditioner on there. The plantation pretty much is like Machu Picchu. I think that's Machu Picchu or Machu Picchu. It's a goddamn Mazatlan, what do you call them people? Montezuma, Aztecs, all them down there, Mexico, Central America, yeah. Okay, so now we would talk about, I went out 2 days ago and found the living dog shit out of the morale mushrooms up here. And man, were they everywhere. They're everywhere. People are stepping on them. People are walking on them. And I called down there to Shelly's place down there in Traverse City. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that too. Yeah, somebody I could have called. Oh, we can't call. I just thought of a third number I could have called, put some on it for provide some entertainment to this fucking show, but we can't do it because of the gypsies and the hillbillies and the crabbers. Who all knows? Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, you may have had a shrimper. You may have had a shrimper come in there and wire up part of that house for $20, $50. I know you had crabbers. I seen the one guy, whatever his name was, the one that never paid you and all that stuff. Yeah, like, you ever done any crabbing? Yeah, I've done some crabbing. I was like, yeah, because you strike me as a crabber type right there, because you're here today, not here tomorrow, here the next day, not here the next day. You want your money. The work you're doing is bullshit. And then you're not here the next day, and then you're here the next, and then you want your money. I said, you sure do sound like a fucking river crabber to me, yeah. Well, I done a little crabbing. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to let Gentry know. I don't think you ever got your money out of that guy, did you? That guy, the last one that was in there, done a bunch of wiring and chopping your walls up and all that bullshit. And then nothing worked right, and you never saw him again. I think you paid him. And then you never saw him again. Yeah. Okay, so now that's that. So we're done with that. Now I gotta think about my fans up here. What do my fans up here in northern Michigan want to hear? Well, sorry I can't call y'all. Yeah, we got some kind of wiring issue down there at the mothership, and the mushrooms are popping. I will tell everybody, listen, but you have to have an eagle eye. They're not popping where you're going to trip over them. You have to look at the ground, and you have to look very carefully. And when you see one right there, don't pick it. Look around. There's another one. It'll be over there. Then when you get to that one, pick this one. Go to that one. And you pick that one. Before you pick it, look around. There'll be another one. They're like it all over Shelley's yard. She told me yesterday, here's one. Oh, here's two. Oh, here's two. Jensen, you know these motherfuckers are going for $40 a pound right now? $40 a pound for these mushrooms. And I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. I could walk down. You know, I should do that. Yeah, I could walk about 2 miles that way, and I'd be in them. Maybe I will do that. Maybe I will go ahead and walk in this fucking show. I will walk 2 miles and go try to find the mother lode of morale mushrooms and score me some big time money. So Dave Vervain, yeah, sorry man, couldn't call you. Some kind of crosshair, some bullshit, gypsy wiring at the plantation. Sideshow Nate, yeah, Slideshow Nate, yeah, sorry man, couldn't call you. Some kind of wiring problem, gypsy wiring problem at the plantation. What else there to do? Let's see. I guess what I'll do, I'm going to go ahead and fire me up a smoke around here. Yeah, I can't think of anything to talk about. I'll sit there and I'll hang this phone up. I'm not shitting you because let me look here. Well, I'm not going to sit right here and spew a bunch of meaningless bullshit, you know? I mean, you're not on the phone anymore. I know you're around. You know, you're listening. You keep playing your Donald Trump isms and all your other bullshit. So I know you're there. But I look around here and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here, man? I have to do something. It would be tragic, and I think I told you this before. No bullshit. If I put up with the brutal winter like it wasn't really that brutal, but it was cold enough, 15 below, 20 below for a week or two in a row. We wait all this time for the nice weather to get it, and now the nice weather's here. I'm like, I'm fucking burned out of this band. I'm fucking burned out of every fucking... It's my band. I paid for it. It's my band, so it ain't like that. I'm burned out of this band. Sit here every day, all day, you know, waiting on, you know, nice weather so I can plant the garden, so give me something to do every day. Grow that corn, grow them tomatoes, grow the okra, grow everything like I did in your yard. But that's still going to be, they told me, it's still 1 month away. You don't plant around here till the end of May. If you plant before the end of May, you risk a frost that will kill your entire garden, which you got a lot of my garden last year. Killed a lot of my jalapenos, killed some cayenne peppers, killed some other shit, killed bell peppers because I planted too early. And I thought I was going to be planting at Christmas because I was tilling that garden at Christmas. I was like, fuck, I'll be planting by January 1st. Yeah, no. Then the bad weather rolled in January, February, and now finally in March, they're giving us a break. But this is 3 months now going on ever since I got here in May. Shit. 1 year now. 1 year I've been here. 1 year. And what have I done? Not a fucking thing. Not a... so, listen. I'm not completely fucking ignorant. I cannot keep this up. I cannot keep on doing not a fucking thing anymore. So I'm thinking about it. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? But I'm going to do something. Not exactly sure. Well, I have an idea or two. Yeah. I got an idea or two. Yeah. Goddamn, I'm not even going to tell you what my ideas are, but I can tell you this is no bullshit right here. I can no longer go on. As you can see, these shows, like right now, I'm not all fucked up. I know for a fact I'm looking out the door. There's cars going by. I'm not slurring my words. I'm not drunk. 4 o'clock I will be, maybe. Smoking a cigarette. While I ponder, there you go, what I'm going to do here. All them cars going by, I'm like, you know what? Pull over, son, bitch, and give me a fucking ride. I'll get the fuck out of here. No, it's nothing wrong with here. Listen, don't get me wrong. The spaceship is awesome. I should send you that thing about them fucking women who are abducting men with big dicks. Yeah. And you're in no danger. You are in no danger. But for me, this spaceship is fucking awesome. So Got the spaceship all, shit, what am I going to fucking do? What am I going to fucking do this summer? Well, one thing's for sure. I'm going to keep drinking whiskey. I'm going to keep chasing it with water. I'm going to keep smoking these cigarettes. I'm getting ready to smoke my pot some more. And I got about, I'm thinking about 3 months, about September. I'll be like, yeah, we're not doing this one here again. Yeah. So we'll have fun till then. But as it is right now, yeah, this is nice. The beautiful weather shit is what you live for here in northern Michigan. Is the 70 degrees every day and 50 degrees every night, all summer long. Where you're down there, 120 in the shade, you got the AC running in your truck. You jump out of your truck and you get into the plantation. We got the AC running there too, okay? And you'll be a dead motherfucker down there when it's 125 in the shade, okay? And I'll be up here saying, well, yeah, you got me in the wintertime. Yeah, it's 15 below here. You motherfuckers, Buck Stevenson down there laughing, 65 in the swamp. Yeah. Let us know how you're doing in August down there in the swamp. Oh, it's 155 degrees. My fat's melting. And then they wind up back up here. When you see them back up here, hey, come to my house. Come check it out. I got a nice place. I said, well, you a fucking snowbird? You live in Michigan in the summertime and you go down to Florida? Yep. That's exactly what he does. I was like, well, you know what? You've earned the right to do that. You've been working all your life, own a roofing company, Buck's Bar and Grill, Buck's Bait and Tackle, Buck, everything. So he now has earned the right to live in Florida in the summertime. Got an airboat. Yeah, very nice. Then he comes back up here to Michigan, bought him a new property up here, got a nice piece of land up here. So people like me, like, well, that would be nice if I ever was committed to something. I could do something like that. But as it stands right now, I got to figure out something to do all the way until the day that I'm gone. There's no coasting for me. No coasting. I have to keep trucking on, keep trudging on. Yeah. And so I look around, everybody's doing good. You're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing great. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. And then I hear the next day, did you hear about so-and-so? Oh, no. What about so-and-so? He's gone. Oh, no. Holy shit. I was just telling him 2 weeks ago how good he was doing. Oh, damn. And here I am. Sorry asshole motherfucker. I'm doing all right, as far as I'm concerned. But for all the people that say, hey, man, you seem to be doing pretty good, then you find out, hey, they're not here anymore. What the hell? This guy tried to file charges on me, tried to throw me in fucking jail? This bitch died a month ago. That's one of the ones when they said, you hear about so-and-so? No, what about him? Well, he died. Really? I guess I won't be seeing him in court then. And sure enough, he wasn't in court. He done died. And then the other one, she wasn't there either. Yeah. So it's all over but the crying, not by me. So let's see. At least it looked that way. Yeah, that's fine. I'm trying to organize a fishing trip. I'm finding them morale mushrooms. They're all good. Organize a fishing trip and go up here and catch some walleye and find some more morels and saute them babies and put them over deep fried walleye. Oh, son, you talking about a damn fine eating, but to find them people that are adventurous enough to go and do that, they get a little bit more scattered when you go there and say, hey, man, let's go do that again. Fuck, I don't know. You want to go catch some more of them fish? Fuck, I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. So, Now, I'll just sit right here and do what I'm doing, but I will tell you this, and this is the last time I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to hang this phone up. I'm getting ready to make a change. Getting ready to make a change. I have to be somewhere where there is something to do. I can't sit around here and do nothing all day, every day. I can't do it. Can't do it. I'll cast that shrimp. You know, they tell you up here, they got the bumper stickers, the Great Lakes, no salt and no sharks. Okay? They're right about that. There's no salt and there's no sharks. But there's no shrimp. There's no crabs. There's no oysters. There's no clams. There's no lobster. I mean, it's like, holy cow. I mean, you catch a salmon or a walleye or a rock bass, and that's it, baby. But when they say the Great Lakes, no salt, I'm like, oh, yeah. I feel like putting a bumper sticker on this van if I get it down the road. I'll say, yeah, the Great Lakes, no salt. You want to bet? Why don't you try driving down one of the roads in the wintertime? You'll get more salt all over your ride than if there was that much salt in the water. You would have crabs and shrimp and clams and lobster and rock shrimp. Holy shit. I can cut some of my shot, I forgot. So, yeah, to all you freshwater loving people, yep, you're right. You ain't got to worry about a shark when you get in that water. You ain't got to worry about a crab pinching you. You ain't got to worry about somebody throwing a shrimp in there to catch a fish. You ain't got to worry about the Great Lakes are beautiful. They're freshwater. Yeah, they're cold. They're cool. They're cool. They're cold in the wintertime. They're cool in the summer for sure. But there is no salt in them. And it's almost like you eating food, you know, salt. People put salt on everything, right? Ain't no salt in the Great Lakes, right? And there's not much else either. So I got to get down to the salt, man. I'm going to wind up doing that. Sometime before the summer's over, I'm going to wind up working my way. I'm trying to decide where I'm going to go. Maybe I'll come to Fort Myers. Maybe I'll go to Galveston. Both places I know somewhere where I can catch shrimp and crabs and get by, especially with my SS money. Before I was just $100 a month, $200 a month, whatever you could catch. Now I get my $700 a month despite what I catch. I just got to decide where I'm going to go make my stand next winter, but I'm not doing it where I'm at now. No. Just get too goddamn fat, nothing to do. There's no crabs, there's no shrimp, there's no lobster, we already talked about this. I appreciate the Great Lakes. They're beautiful to go swimming, okay? But if you want to go fishing, guess what? You catch a salmon if they're around, or you catch a walleye if they're around. If they're not, that's it. You get nothing. You go out there to the Edmund Fitzgerald and dive on that and take a look at that wreck. You know, broken half, one half's upside down, one half straight side up. Holy cow. Okay, so let me look out here. There's all the way down the road. I got to go right down. It's about a mile or two. Just for something to do. You got to walk a mile or two. I'm not doing it. I'll ride to somewhere. I'll put a good garden in. Be a beautiful garden. Corn, tomatoes, okra, Brussels sprouts, turnips, beets. We're going to have it all. But when that shit gets snowed on in September and October, yeah, I'm going to turn my back on it. And I don't believe I don't know. I may come out for a visit, but I ain't doing it. All right, man. Well, I'm tired of talking to myself. You know, I know you're fucking long gone. You fucking play your silly ass shit once in a while. Some cars go by are pretty cool to look at. Yeah, right. They got a goddamn heavy hauler right there. But I'll probably go ahead and sit here. What am I doing? Let me look. Shit. There's that one. There's that one. Yeah, there's still. Listen, everybody is dogging me. I am being dogged. 15 calls in a row now. Why have you not called me on your show? You said you would call. Okay. When I get done with this call, I can answer their messages and say, they got some bad wiring down there. Had a gypsy, a hillbilly, mountaineer, and I think a crabber. I don't think it was a shrimper. If it was a shrimper that would have wired the plantation, that son of a bitch would have burnt to the ground long before now. So maybe you had a crabber. All right, man. Well, I'm talking so much. I got to relight my cigarette. Relight my cigarette. Keep it lit. Hit my whiskey. Hit my water. And then figure out what I'm going to do. I have all summer. To figure out 3 months. 3 months. I have 3 months. June, July, and August. To figure out what I'm going to do before next time the snow flies. Because I certainly am not going to do this again. And I don't know if I'm going to go that way. I don't know if I'll go that way. I may go all the way to Hawaii. And I may not even wait till September again. Check it out, Edie Barsh in Kauai, whatever you call it, Kauai, Hawaii. Yeah. You keep telling me, are you coming this way? I'm like, well, fuck, man. Fuck. I like my bed. I like my lazy boy. I like the weather. Yeah, fuck. No, okay. Well, give me till September, and I'll bet you I'll find a way to get there. Yeah. I forget what it's called. Kauai. I think it's called Kauai. Kewaii. Kauai, Hawaii. And they have an airport right there. I can fly out of Traverse City, land in Kauai, get a job on a tuna boat, hang out with Edie, go back out in the tuna boat, and come back in and just sandbag money. But that's, I got 3 months. 3 months. 3 months to decide what I'm going to do. I'll ride out the pretty weather here, put it in a nice garden. We'll have fun with that. Do a few shows, but eventually I'm going to make my way to Kauai. I think it's Kewaii, Kauai, Hawaii. And get on a tuna boat. Maybe, I don't know if they catch king crabs or not. That'd be nice if they did. I'd catch them. All right, gentry. I've already said once before. There's my pot right there. I can't smoke my pot. Actually, if you want to know the truth, I could actually put this right down there. Are you on speaker? Yeah, we're on speaker now. Okay, I can smoke pot. Listen to this, motherfucker. You want to hear something good? This right here is a $500 bong that I bought when I had money. Listen to this. This bitch right here, you got to be careful. This bitch right here will set your fucking balls on fire. So yeah, have fun. All right, man. I'm tired of talking to myself. I was smoking pot. I was smoking cigarettes. I'm fucking drinking whiskey. I'm fucking drinking water. I ain't drinking no beer anymore. I need to go hunt some mushrooms. I'm just fucking, I don't know. I'm just glad to get Doug and Bonnie out of the way. Doug and Bonnie Miller. Listen to this. One more last shout out to Doug and Bonnie Miller. You said you're not going to listen to my show. I got a feeling you're going to listen to this. Yeah. And you come out to Kevin B. Klein, KBK, and you want to tell me that if I get within 6 feet of you, I will be in a bad place? Are you fucking nuts? I'll get within 3 feet of you and grab you by your neck and your nasty little snatch and just pick you up and throw you. I'll just throw you. There you go. Like tossing dwarfs. Dwarf toss. I just thought of it. That's it. dwarf tossing. Doug and Bonnie Miller. I respect Bonnie. She's a nice lady. But Doug the dwarf, I am going to toss you. I'm going to toss you like dwarf tossing. So you may say you will not listen to my show. If I show up at Camp Hamlet, you're going to laugh me out of the camp. Yeah, bullshit. As soon as I see you, I'm going to dwarf toss you into the fucking river. Dumb old motherfucker. Holy fuck, dwarf tossing. I'm going to put it on Facebook. If I see you, Doug and Bonnie Miller, put that on my show. If I see you, Doug and Bonnie Miller, next time I see you, I'm going to dwarf toss you. I think it's going to be awesome. All right, man. That's a great way to end the show. As far as I'm concerned, I thought of a remedy for Doug and Bonnie Miller. I'm going to dwarf toss him, and I don't care where. I might throw him down the hill in front of, I don't care where, but I'm going to dwarf toss Doug Miller. All right, Doug, you say you're not going to hear this. I believe you will hear it. Dave Vervain, you'll hear it. Let Doug know. Nate Verbergmos, let Doug know. I have every intention. The next time I see him, I am going to dwarf toss him, and we'll see how it goes then. Hopefully, Bonnie don't attack me, because I want to have to set her down on the picnic table and say, "Now, honey, you don't be hitting on me like that now." Well, you just threw my husband 50 feet across the yard. I said, I know, but he had it coming. And then you settle down. And stop hitting me and stop. And what is that? Oh, an ice pick? Oh, goddamn, what are you going to do with that? Anyway, all right, Doug. Gentry? No, Gentry, no. But, yeah, there's a dwarf tossing coming up. Doug and Bonnie, no, not Bonnie. Doug Miller is going to be dwarf tossed by me the very next time he sees me. It's going to be awesome. All right, man, fuck off. I'm tired of talking to myself. My plan is set. I got to smoke more pot, smoke more cigarettes, drink more whiskey, drink more water, and maybe I'll eat something too. Okay. All right, man. Later. Take it easy. Dwarf tossing is coming to the Running on Empty show. I may have to bring my show on the road to where I can catch that dwarf somewhere. And then I'll just say, hey, you're on my show. Hey, what? What's that noise all about? What's that all about? What the fuck happened here? Y'all shut the radio off. Gentry Radio? Why am I on the stop sign? You shut me off, bastard?